What's up, everybody? How we doing? Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is it? Here it is. How we doing, everyone? Having a good day? Oh, I need my water. Anyways, it's a little bit of a later stream today. Today, I just got back from the gym. Today, we're going to be playing some Regulation J. Now, here's the thing. Regulation J just got announced. And it is interesting because Regulation J is the format that we're going to be playing online, but it isn't the format we'll be playing in tournaments, and that's for good reason. Allowing mythicals in tournaments would just be dumb. It would just be dumb. I don't want to have to play in a tournament with Extreme Speed Arceus and Peturunt and a bunch of other like random stuff. So yeah, it's going to be the online format for the next couple of months until like November, I think. And in-person tournaments are going to be Regulation H. Worlds is still going to be Regulation I. Sorry, my hair is messed up. And yeah, what we're going to be doing is some team building. And also, we're going to be doing a tier list of every mythical Pokemon and how good I think they're going to be. What do you think, guys? Should we start off with the tier list? Should we start off with that, or should we start off with the team building? Vote now. Also, I'm going to start my YouTube goal. Do 5 super chats of $5 or higher in the next 2 hours. There we go. All right. People are saying tier slop. The people are asking for tier slop. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll start off with tier slop. All right. But if you're voting for tier slop, you need to leave a like on the stream right now. Also, where's my water? I'm so dehydrated right now. Okay. So, here's the thing with this format. We have to keep in mind that you are limited to a few combinations. So Regulation J isn't, you can use 2 restricteds and then whatever, was it 2 restricteds and then whatever like mythicals you want. It's actually like you can use 2 restricteds and no mythicals, 1 restricted and 1 mythical, or no restricteds and 2 mythicals. That's what it is. Congrats on the Battle Dex Challenge being expanded. You now have 4 months to make Bound, Hoopa, Fione, and Shaman land work. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Anyways, let's begin. Oh, what I was saying is, with that in mind, we'll be ignoring that limitation for this ranking because all things considered... Well, actually, no. We'll keep that limitation in mind. I was thinking, like, do we rank them like in regards to other mythicals, or do we rank them as Pokemon overall in this format? I think it makes more sense to rank them as Pokemon overall in this format, because if you don't rank them within the format, what good is it, you know? So, this is an early tier list. Bear in mind, as this is not a format that we'll be playing in tournaments, this is probably the most useless tier list I will have put out yet. But yeah. So, also, like, we won't find out what's meta until, like, maybe a week from now. So, let's begin with Mew. Now, Mew's interesting because we have to find out what Mew pairs with before we can give it, like, a really good ranking. But Mew itself is interesting because it can learn every TM move. This means that it has, like, Snarl. This means that it has Tailwind. This means that it has Trick Room. It's sort of like a bulkier Smeargle Light in that instead of learning every move ever, it's every TM move. So with that in mind, I struggle to think about what Mew would even really want to do in this format. I would imagine Mew would probably just be another Expanding Force user. Probably Calm Mind, Expanding Force, Trick Room, I don't know, Dark Pulse, Snarl, whatever your coverage move is. Whatever you need for perfect coverage, because Mew can run whatever it wants. Actually, Draining Kiss would probably make the most sense, like Terra Fairy. Leftovers, I would imagine. Synchronize. Probably more like a bulky set. You know, base 100s across the board is pretty nice, but it does struggle into like Calyrex Shadow, so maybe Terra Dark wouldn't be a bad option. That being said, I don't know what else Mew would do. Mew's an interesting Pokemon. It can technically do like the most of any Pokemon. You could do Swords Dance, you could do Coaching, you could do whatever you want with it, and that's why Mew is the most difficult one to rank. Let me do this. Let me make it a box instead. That way we don't run out of space. Regulation J. All right. This is the hard one. You could run Mew and Mewtwo and have two bad Pokemon. Mew does get like knockoff and Meteor Beam, and it gets Nasty Plot. I struggle to realize what it would do. Extreme Killer, Terranormal, Arceus, my beloved. Yeah, Ashen. That's probably gonna be S tier. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm really struggling to figure out what Mew would even want to do in this format. I think that like, if Mew were allowed and it wasn't taking up a restricted slot, Mew would actually be pretty good. But the issue is that it is taking up a restricted slot, so I can only really put it at C. It's like super duper average. It might even be D. Like you just don't get anything done with it. Celebi I don't believe is in this game. Yeah, so we skip Celebi, but Jirachi is in this game. Now Jirachi can it do the thing? It can't do the thing. It doesn't have a Rock Slide, so it's stuck with Iron Head. It does have Blizzard. No, it doesn't. It has Ice Beam, Ice Punch. This is the hard part. What does Jirachi do also? That's the thing with a lot of these mythicals, is that they're not all really created equal, are they? Some of them just kind of suck. Some of them are just kind of bad. Jirachi does have Serene Grace and Iron Head and base 100 speed, so maybe it's like a Scarf user. I am not using Mew over Lunala or Magearna. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why Mew's like kind of bad. I mean, Jirachi could Iron Head things, and you have a 60% chance to flinch, but that's like just Togekiss stuff, and we know Togekiss was like strong, but it wasn't broken. Does it get Meteor Beam? Does get Meteor Beam. Ah, man, we're really hitting the wall on like psychic mythicals here, aren't we? Like, there's not much that they do that other Pokemon can't do. It gets Gravity. That could be kind of cool for like Groudon stuff, but it has a bad Calyrex Shadow matchup. It has a bad Incineroar matchup. It just does nothing to Incineroar. I mean, like, I can't give it anything higher than D. Probably lower than Mew. Yeah, I might even move Mew down to D, but like, we don't know what Mew can do. There's like no limit on its potential, so Deoxys, and we have to look at all the Deoxys forms. So we're gonna start off with base Deoxys. Base Deoxys is interesting. Let me think. So it has 150 attack, 150 special attack, 150 speed, and that with the 50 defenses, it's interesting because it is among the fastest Pokemon in the format. Like, it's speed tying with Calyrex Shadow, which in a way puts it in direct contention with it, you know? And if you're in direct contention with Calyrex Shadow, that could be a little problematic, especially if you don't synergize well with Calyrex Shadow or even have a good matchup into it. So it's kind of awkward. It's kind of Akko Taco, I can't lie. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I would argue that if I had to pick between Deoxys attack and Deoxys speed, or not Deoxys speed, and base Deoxys, I'm actually leaning more towards base Deoxys. And here's why. You already have 150 special attack. That's like almost on par with Calyrex Shadow. And I know that like 180 is a lot, and that makes that expanding force like super strong, but I feel like you get more out of the extra HP defense and special defense than you get out of the special attack. Like, you are so frail that you are not taking a hit from anything. You are frailer than Kartana, and you need Psychic Terrain to live a hit. So I think that with that in mind, since these things are the same speed, it's actually probably worth running just base Deoxys. Let's actually take a look at this. Let's do some calcs. Let's do some calcs, because what's going to matter is if it's picking up the same KOs. It's literally just if it picks up the same KOs. Please tell me this will be a video. This will be a video on the second channel. All right, so Deoxys. Let me do this. Let me make this set real quick. So we're going to do this. We're going to do... Because it's like usual set's probably going to be like Expanding Force and like Dark Pulse and stuff, right? Expanding Force, Dark Pulse, Protect. It probably gets Meteor Beam. Let's go with that. Meteor Beam, and we'll give it the Power Herb, whatever. Timid. We'll do the exact same for this guy. Power Herb. Expanding Force, Dark Pulse, Protect, Meteor Beam. And we'll see like just how different the KOs are. Let me put this in there. Save. Save. Okay, let's take a look. So, important Pokemon you want to KO with this. Let's go with, I don't know. What's an important one? Miraidon. We'll go with Miraidon. Specs Miraidon, because you outspeed it. If you're in Psychic Terrain, Expanding Force, it's Terra Psychic. Let's give it a Life Orb, actually, instead. We'll calc for Life Orb, because that's, like, the big one. Psychic Terrain, Terra Psychic, Expanding Force. That's doing 93 to 110. So it's not quite a KO on, like, slightly bulkier Miraidon. If it were, like, 4 HP Miraidon with, like, no defense and no special defense, then it's a roll. And if your Deoxys attack, I guess here's like the new value judgment we have to make. So let's do the same thing. Let's give it a Life Orb. Let's give it Terra Psychic. Okay, Expanding Force is now one-shotting, so that's actually pretty huge. So with that in mind, that means that you can turn down this special attack quite a bit and get like a similar amount of value. And then we can kind of Kartana this thing. And by Kartana this thing, I mean like make it so it actually lives hits. I don't know. I guess here, because like, what is Kartana's bulk? Let me see if that's even possible to Kartana this thing. Because Kartana has good physical defense. 59, 130, 131. Yeah, this thing is... Kartana's more specially bulky than Deoxys. That's actually like super funny. So I guess... let me see. So if you're 52 special attack and you still pick up that KO with a Timid Nature, then that means that you can put like 200 into your HP. That's 126 HP on base Deoxys, and that's 151 HP. But you have 40 defense here, and you have 70 defense here. So, I guess if you can maybe get it to live something, then yeah, it's kind of an interesting toss-up. I think I'm gonna put them equal, but like Deoxys attack, I don't know if I trust it. Can you KO with like a Focus Sash? Like that's the big one. If you can Focus Sash KO, then yeah, it's worth it. No, you don't one-shot Miraidon with a Focus Sash, even if you Terra Psychic. That's... I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say that they're both probably B tier. I'm gonna put them there. I don't know if they're A tier because like you're choosing to run this on a Psy Spam team and you're never running it on anything that's not Psy Spam. It doesn't have like the same flexibility as like other restricted, so I'm gonna put them B tier. Yeah, I don't know if I can put them any higher. All right, the other Deoxys. So we have Deoxys Speed. And we have Deoxys Defense. I'm gonna throw it out there. Deoxys defense is not useful at all. Like, yeah, it's got trick room, right? Not trick room. Does it have toxic? Does not have toxic anymore. Does it have knockoff? It has knockoff. That's kind of cool. It has extreme speed. That's kind of cool. That's it. What do? You're a trick room user. I guess you have gravity. That's kind of interesting. Like, it's not bringing the value to a team that you would really want from a mythical. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy in D tier, probably just below Jirachi. And as far as Deoxys speed goes, 95 attack's pretty bad. This sort of Pokemon is like a Regieleki type deal where it needs to have like good damage output and some kind of support option, and it doesn't have Electro Web. It has Icy Wind, which I guess is pretty good. Like, that's an interesting option, but you have to keep in mind that like you're using this as a restricted slot, and it would be a support Pokemon. So like, once again, like, it's gonna go ahead and be like here. I think just above that. It's not worth it. Next we have Manaphy. Manaphy, and you know what? Some people are gonna hate me for this one. I don't think Manaphy is gonna be that good. I don't think Manaphy is gonna be that good at all, actually. Manaphy. It has 100s across the board. It has Tail Glow. You can Tail Glow, protect, Muddy Water. It doesn't get Muddy Water. It doesn't get Muddy Water. That's pretty bad, actually. I think if you don't have Muddy Water, you have to run Surf, which is not good. It does get Scald, so I guess you would do, like, Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam. And you would do your best to, like, bulk it out. It's probably, like, leftovers. Or, like, max HP. I could even see it being, like, on, like, a soft Trick Room team, right? So, Tail Glow, Scald, Dazzling Gleam, Protect. Swap stat changes with target. That could be cool for, like, a gimmick, right? Like, if your Manaphy's about to go down, you could swap its special attack onto, like, a Calyrex Shadow or something, but... stored power isn't super useful for it either. Here's the thing about this format, is since the Restricteds and the Mythicals share a slot, it's hard to justify using any Mythicals, except for a small amount. So, let me see something. So, if Manaphy can eat, like, Calyrex hits, I think it could be worth it, right? So, Calyrex Shadow. I know for a fact it can eat Calyrex Ice, right? Like, Calyrex Ice just bounces off this thing. Right, like 252. Glacial Lance does nothing. Let's give it +3 special attack, because we want to calc that way. Give it Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy. Do you get Draining Kiss? It doesn't get Draining Kiss. Okay, Dazzling Gleam it is. Dazzling Gleam, Scald. So +3 Scald with no investment into a... Go with 4 here. Into like a max HP Calyrex Ice Rider. What if you're modest? Oh. Scald not KOing at +3 is actually pretty concerning to me. Like, why would you do that? 60% at +3 is kind of... Eesh. You know, I get it's Calyrex Ice Rider and it's like stupid, but... Whoa. Alarm went off. I get it's Calyrex Ice Rider and it's like stupid, right? But this is, not incredible. You could obviously KO, like, I don't know, Incineroar with this thing. That's interesting. Terra +3 Dazzling Gleam. Not much. I guess it's pretty easy to get up to +6. And at +6, you deal some pretty significant damage. I suppose this isn't the worst one of them. You know, like, if you're doing that much, like, how much does Incineroar take from this, right? So, like, a Careful Nature. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, like, you can one-shot Incineroar. I was more thinking, like, with the stab on the Terra Fairy, like, if you get, like, the spread move KO. I suppose it's not terrible. I'm going to go ahead and put it at, like, a... I'm going to put it like a low B tier, and I think I might move the Deoxyses up to A. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. If I'm putting Manaphy at B, Deoxys is like A, right? Because it's just, you're using it to use it at that point. It's just not incredible. Okay. Darkrai. Darkrai is interesting. Darkrai is super interesting. It has bad dreams, and it does have access to Dark Void. Dark Void, though, is super inaccurate. It's literally 50-50. And the chances of hitting both of your opponents are 50% of 50, because you have to, you know, twice in the same turn. That's 25% chance to hit both targets. If you have Gravity, which is what I've been advocating for, if you want to try to use this thing, you have to Gravity. I don't know. Let me see. Let's what's the calc on Gravity? How much does Gravity help it? Let me check. Gravity Pokemon accuracy modifier. 1.67, so 50 times 1.67 obviously isn't going to be 100 or even close to 100, but it should help out quite a bit. So 50 times 1.67 is going to be 1.67. 83 accuracy. You're basically back to base Dark Void. You're back to base Dark Void before it was nerfed. Is that worth it? Not really, but it could be interesting. And like, here's the thing. Not only are you throwing out a Dark Void, which has a chance to sleep the Pokemon, and like the odds are you're going to sleep at least one of the Pokemon. Like, you're throwing out 2 Dark Voids. That's not bad, because you also break Focus Sash and deal some pretty significant damage due to bad dreams. Like, 1/8 of their health at the end of each turn is a lot of damage. If they get max sleep turns, they lose 3/8 of their health, which is nearly half their health, right? Literally just passively losing half your, it's like a salt cure. So that's not terrible. And I mean, like, I think that if you were to run Darkrai, it would probably have a couple of sets. I think that like Scarf Dark Void isn't the worst, because it's just like gambling, but like you would put like Dark Void on it, but you would probably mostly be clicking like Snarl, Dark Pulse, Dark Pulse, and like, I don't know, Icy Wind wouldn't be terrible. It's more like a support set. Oh, that's not it. Yeah, like Snarl, Icy Wind, Dark Pulse. You could even drop the Snarl if you're running Icy Wind, I guess. Like, your last move would probably be some kind of coverage option, like Sludge Bomb to hit like Rillabooms or something like that. Shadow Ball is not terrible for sniping Calyrex Shadow, but you also have Dark, so like, who cares? Like, you don't really need it. For like Incineroar, I suppose like Focus Blast or like Aura Sphere. I don't think it gets Aura Sphere, but probably Sludge Bomb's your safest bet. Yeah, you get to hit Rillaboom. Modest Scarf, you hit like a really high speed tier. You're going to be outpaced by Fluttermane with like Sun Up, so that's something to keep in mind. But it's not the worst. I think that Darkrai has potential, but it's a lot of risk, and it would be a very particular team since it's taking up a restricted slot. I'll put it at B tier, just below the Deoxyses, because Deoxys, they have immediate value. They're fast. They're as fast as Calyrex Shadow. Deoxys takes like a few turns to like get going, so, or it takes like some work to get it going, not a few turns per se. Doesn't Deoxys speed outspeed and one-shot Calyrex Shadow Rider? Yeah, but it would require you to run Deoxys speed, and Deoxys speed doesn't actually hit that hard. So here's the thing, you have to keep in mind, right? Here's the thing that a lot of people are not keeping in mind. Oh yeah, Miraidon does hard counter Darkrai, so you have to keep that in mind as well. These are not extra Pokemon. It's not I'm running Calyrex Shadow, Zamazenta, and a Deoxys. No. It's I'm running Deoxys, and that's one of my 2. That's why Deoxys speed just isn't worth it. Because you're like using a support Pokemon as your restricted. Why not just run... Well, at that point, just run Fluttermane. Just run Boost Your Energy Fluttermane. It's free. Literally costs nothing. You know? It's just not worth it. Deoxys speed's super bad. Shaman. What do you even do, little guy? I guess Shaman would be like Seed Flare. 85 accuracy is pretty bad. You get Leech Seed. I suppose it's like sub-Leech Seed stuff. You get Tailwind. You do get Tailwind, and you're not a flying type, so that's like a weird niche. It's just not worth it. It's a pure grass type. Rillaboom is literally better than this. Like, I know they're not like anything similar, but like if I had to choose between running a Shaman or a Rillaboom on my team, I would take Rillaboom every time. So if you're a restricted and someone would choose a Rillaboom over you, you're probably F tier. It's not very good. Now the other one, Shaman Sky. There is a case to be made for Shaman Sky. Shaman Sky has 127 base speed, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. That's not bad. Also, if you guys are watching the stream, make sure you leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Seed Flare off of Serene Grace. That means that you have a... that means that you have a freaking 80% chance to lower your target's special defense, which is pretty good. I mean, like, you get to combo into faster Pokemon, so I guess you could do, like, Scarf Shaman Sky, Seed Flare or something. And then probably Calyrex Shadow, like Astral Barrage. Like, that's what I would imagine is the duo there. You also have, like, super flinches on Air Slash, which is pretty cool. It does get Encore, I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't. All right, that's sad. What else do you get? Is that it? Is that basically all you do? Are you just the Seed Flare button? It might just be the Seed Flare button. Like, I'm not sure if there's any other purpose behind Shaman Sky, but it is not the worst one. It's not the worst one on the list, and you have to hand it to it. I'm gonna go ahead and put Shaman Sky probably top of D tier. Top of D tier. God, D tier's really getting filled up. Okay. All right. Seed Flare is Acid Spray at this point, which is cool. Yeah, it is cool, but like that's your restricted slot, you know? If that's your restricted slot, I don't know if it's worth it. Arceus. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the thing. Where do you guys think Arceus is going? Where does chat think Arceus is going on this ranking? I'll give you a hint. It's the only restricted, I believe, unless Hoopa. Does Hoopa Unbound have higher stats? It does. Hoopa Unbound does have like some higher stats, but Arceus has base 720. It is better than some restricteds. It is one of few mythicals that are just straight up better than restricteds. Why would you do this? Why would you let this thing into the format? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. And the thing is, it's not even just one Arceus. You have Arceus Alt Skin 1, Arceus Alt Skin 2, Arceus Alt Skin 3, Arceus Alt Skin 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18. There's 18 Arceus. And that's gonna be what you face 99% of this meta. I'm not even gonna lie. If you're going into a match and there isn't an Arceus, congratulations. He's extremely strong. Let me show you something. I think that normal Arceus, just regular normal type Arceus, is the best one. Why? Absolutely Mog's Calyrex Shadow. It's a normal type. Who is it scared of? It's scared of Zamazenta. How do you beat Zamazenta? With like a fire type or something? I don't know. Like what's a fire type that you can throw on here that's like a restricted? All the restricted suck. All the restricted fire types suck, but I suppose maybe you could do like Arceus Ho-Oh. You could even just put like a Chi-Yu. You could honestly just Ruinous Quartet plus Arceus. Not bad. Not bad, right? You use a Chen Pao to make it so your extreme speed one-shots everything. You definitely run like Terra Normal, right? Like there's no reason not to. Silk Scarfit. Clear Amulet. Actually, Clear Amulet's probably the best one. Sword Dance. Protect. Some kind of coverage. Let's go with Shadow Claw. So now you hit Calyrex. Just literally do this. Adamant. What's it take to be stronger than Dragonite? Just so we can like, we'll use Dragonite as like a base, just so I can feel like, you know, oh wow, we're stronger than Dragonite. Wow, you know. 204, right? Let's hit. You can't hit 204 because you're 120, but you're stronger than Dragonite because you have stab on it normally, right? It's strong. Arceus having a plate and then using... What was that? Oh, my keys just fell out of my pocket. I was like, what the hell? Arceus having a plate and then using Terra to change its type again is stupid. Yup. Yeah, you don't even have to run max attack. You can literally like get away with a pretty low attack stat if you're running Swords Dance. Straight up, just do that. You know what you do? You need to make sure you're faster than every other Arceus, because that's what it's gonna come down to. You need to be the fastest Arceus. This format, buddy, it's gonna be the whose Arceus is faster, or it's gonna be the whose Arceus is Terra Ghost format. I am an advocate of just having a faster Arceus. So you know what I would say? I would say hit a number that you feel comfortable with. I think that outspeeding Urshifu is the bare minimum. 150 is the slowest your Arceus should be. So hit 151, because you know a lot of people are going to be 150, and then you just do that, and you do that, and then you click Terra Normal, Swords Dance, E-Speed, and that is what it is. It's a stupid Pokemon. You use the Chi-Yu to deal with the Zamazentas in the format. You use the Chen Pao to deal with everything else. And then we have other Arceus. Arceus Bug. Arceus Bug's going to be the one that you use the least. Arceus Dark will have some usage. Arceus Dragon's going to suck. Arceus Electric might be useful. Arceus Fire is probably going to be pretty good. Fire type is a really good type in this format, and we don't have a lot of fire type restricteds. Wait a minute. Can you have a different item on Art? If does his Terra type determine? That can't be right, right? That can't be, like, you have to have the plate, right? They didn't change it. He has to be flame plate, right? It's not the Terra type. Someone tell me they didn't change it. Someone tell me it should be holding a plate. Okay. That messed with me. I thought it would just default to plate. Okay. Yeah, no, you can run this Arceus. It gets Heat Wave. It gets Judgment. It gets Calm Mind. It gets Recover. He gets everything. He's so cool. He's so cool. You can do Arceus Wo-Chen. Oh, Arceus Wo-Chen. Oh my god, it's real. Wo-Chen can finally be carried by God himself. Thank you, our Father, who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Straight up, like that's what Arceus is. He's gonna make Wo-Chen good, because you can just carry the snail on your back, bro. It gets Cosmic Power too. It gets Cosmic Power. It gets so much stuff. He gets everything. It's just stupid, man. He also gets Snarl. Whoever wins a tournament with support Terra Dark Snarl Arceus, hit me up. Give me the team. Does it get Toxic? He doesn't get Toxic. What poison moves do you get, bro? Not a lot. Okay, I was kind of hoping I could do like Terra Poison Arceus and Wo-Chen. It is what it is. Let's not beat around the bush any longer. That's S tier. That's just S tier. We can't even lie, man. I can't lie. I cannot lie. Is Keldeo in the game? I don't believe so. Oh, it is. Keldeo's in the game. It's not good. I'll let you know straight up. There's no reason to run Keldeo. There's no reason to run Keldeo. It's worse Urshifu, and I know it's a special attacker, and I know it lost Scald, so you have to run Hydro Pump now, and Secret Sword's kind of cool because you attack based on the defense and not the special defense, but that's like not useful at all. I can't make an argument for Keldeo in this format. It's nothing special. We're gonna go ahead and put it at like probably just above. Nah, I'll put it like right in between the two Deoxys, right in the middle. Meloetta. Meloetta might also be an F tier, I can't lie. So there's two forms, right? But it's not like you get to choose the form. The form is completely dependent on if you use Relic Song or not. And because of that, it's hard to justify using it at all. Because you have to click Relic Song. You have to click a special attack to use your close combat mon, right? Don't get me wrong, 128, that's good stats. I would run that. But you have to click a special attack to get your physical attack. And if you're running Meloetta and you use your stupid special attack, you use Relic Song, you can't use Relic Song because it's bad on it because you want to stay in that form. So you have to Hyper Voice. And I guess the stats aren't bad. It has a really good Calyrex matchup. That's not terrible. I suppose it's kind of cool. Like Hyper Voice, Expanding Force. You don't get all right, you know what? It doesn't get Expanding Force. That's you're probably going probably at the bottom. I don't even think you're Geochi. If you're a psychic type and you don't get Expanding Force, I don't know what you expect me to tell you. Victini is not in the game. Yeah, Victini's not. I wish it was. That'd be kind of cool. Genesect, I believe, is also not in the game. It's actually kind of funny how many Gen 5 like things are in this game, but like not the mythicals. DNC is in the game. I don't think it's very good. I don't think DNC's very good. DNC's gonna do very little for you. Trick Room, Body Press, Diamond Storm. I guess Diamond Storm Body Press isn't that bad. It's not terrible, actually. It hits both opponents and it has a 50% chance to raise your defense by 2. Actually, this guy might not be the worst. I actually kind of mess with this. Put leftovers on him. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. DNC? DNC might be cooking. Hold on. You get 8 of them too, and you can just ooh, okay, hold on. You know what? I mess with that. Let's put you here. Like that's not you're like here, right? I'll put you above Manaphy. That's an interesting mon. That's an interesting mon, you know? Okay. Hoopa. Both Hoopas. So base Hoopa, aka LeBron James, #1 Hoopa. It's not good. It's not good. It's slow. It's frail. It gets one shot by Calyrex. It's got a high special attack stat. Not worth using. I'm gonna have to throw base Hoopa in F tier. Have no idea how you're supposed to get away with that. You know, have no idea. Hoopa Unbound though, aka the Bronze Age, because you have two. You have regular Hoopa and Hoopa Unbound, right? This is LeBron James. This is the Bronze Age. This thing also probably sucks, but don't get it hits really hard though. But it probably hits really hard. Here, look, Expanding Force. He probably has Snarl. He doesn't have Snarl. You got Dark Pulse, Trick Room, Protect. You can probably Focus Sash it because you kind of need it. And then you got something going on here. You have a Pokemon that is undeniable. You could even Tail Room with it. I think like 113 speed modest, right? Something like that. That's not bad. What's its move again? Hyperspace Fury and Hyperspace Hole. I don't think you'd ever run Hyperspace Fury. Maybe you could. I guess if you were to run like a Hyperspace Fury set, it would have to be like a physical set, and you'd probably have to be like Scarf. And then it would be kind of like an alley-oop, you know? It'd be like Jolly. Can you outspeed Calyrex Shadow? You can't outspeed Calyrex Shadow. That's pretty bad. You take neutral damage and you probably live the hit, but not outspeeding Calyrex Shadow is pretty bad. It would be kind of an alley-oop situation where you outspeed your restricted mon, break the Protect, and then hit it. That's kind of interesting, but I think with that, I think that it's going to be like a B tier, probably below Darkrai. Probably just below Darkrai. Actually, probably, I'd even hazard to put it below Diancie. And I might move Manaphy down to like C. Yeah, that makes more sense. We have Volcanion. What is this? Does he have 600? Yeah. 80 HP, 120 defense, 130 special attack, 90 special defense. It doesn't seem bad. I mean, it's good into... It's pretty good into Koraidon. Terrible into Miraidon. Good into Koraidon, terrible into Miraidon. Water Absorb means it's insanely good into Kyogre, so that's kind of cool. You have Steam Eruption. I don't know if it's ever worth running as your restricted. So that's the hard part. Here's the funny thing. You have to literally... You're either putting it next to Arceus or you're choosing it over Arceus. That's what this format is, right? You have to keep that in mind. I don't think it's worth it. It's just like an offensive special attacker. You get the same value out of very particular Pokemon. You would have to run this thing next to like Groudon. For max value, maybe? Well, not really, because Steam Eruption, not quite. I'm going to go ahead and just throw it. I think it's pretty bad. Let's put it here. D tier is super full. It's super full. I might put him here, actually. Yeah. Yeah. You're allowed to use 2 mythicals, right? Yes. You're allowed to use 1 mythical and 1 restricted, or 2 mythicals and no restricteds, or 2 restricteds and no mythicals. They pull from the same pool. It's the same resource. So just pretend that all the mythicals are also restricteds now. That's how it works. Okay, everyone. Here's Magearna. Everyone in chat, guess where Magearna's gonna go? Everyone in chat, guess. Who knows where Magearna's gonna end up on this list? Who knows? Actually, I might have to reorganize how I do this list. And the reason I have to reorganize how I do this list is because of Magearna. I might have to reorganize the list strictly because of Magearna. It is the TR god. It is the TR god. Okay, you know what I'm actually going to do? I don't think Magearna is on the same level as Arceus. I think Arceus is just objectively broken. Here's what we're going to do. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're moving down. You're all moving down. You're moving down. Welcome home, Magearna. I think that's a more accurate representation of the list now. I think that makes more sense. Magearna's interesting. And the reason Magearna's interesting is because it has a broken ability, but it is not as strong as Arceus. Arceus has way more stupid stuff it can do. Magearna has 1 stupid thing it can do. A really stupid thing it can do, but it's very good at it. You know? Sorry if you answered this question, but if mythicals could be used freely and didn't take a restricted slot, would it make that big of a difference for D-tier mons? Yes, if mythicals were not pulling from the same resource as restricteds, you could get away with running a lot more of these Pokemon. At the moment, not recommended at all. These mons are awful. Okay. Let me explain to you what Magearna is capable of doing. Let's do a hypothetical Reg D team, or Reg J team. And this is going to be the first team that I use after this. It's Magearna. We'll do Magearna original because we're cool like that. Calyrex Ice and Scarf Annihilate. Now this Scarf Annihilate has 1 job, and it is to make sure by any means necessary that we get that Trick Room off. So we're running Jolly Nature, Choice Scarf, Defiant, Final Gambit, Close Combat, not Uproar, U-Turn, and Shadow Claw. And what we do is this Annihilate has a higher HP than most Pokemon in the game. And you lead off with Magearna, and you Trick Room. Why is this really strong? And you probably go like Terra Fairy or Terra Water. Let's go Terra Water, right? Terra Water is probably its best Terra. And you run... Does it get Moonblast or does it have to Dazzling Gleam? It has to Floor Cannon. You run Flash Cannon, Dazzling Gleam, and then it's either Protect or Floor Cannon. I'm going to be a Dazzling Gleam advocate. But you probably run like a Modest Nature. You hit like the first bump. Max out its bulk, right? 0 speed. Not Modest Nature, Quiet Nature. Quiet Nature. Calyrex, you're going to run like the Clear Amulet. If I could find the freaking L button. Clear Amulet, Terra Water, why not? Glacial Lance, Protect, Trick Room, High Horsepower, who cares, right? Max HP, Max Attack, 4 Defense, Brave Nature, 0 Speed. And here's why these 3 Pokemon are so stupid next to each other. If you lead off Magearna and Annihilate, and you Final Gambit the Pokemon, threatening the Magearna and get that Trick Room off, Magearna gets a special attack boost. Let's throw leftovers on here. Who cares? Magearna gets a special attack boost. 2, in fact. Soul Heart. This Pokemon's special attack is increased by 1 stage whenever another Pokemon faints. That includes the opposing Pokemon that got Final Gambited and the Annihilate that used Final Gambit. Magearna now has +2 special attack. Calyrex hits the field. Calyrex let's say hypothetically Calyrex gets a KO with Glacial Lance. You know who gets a boost from that? Both Calyrex and Magearna. Their biggest weakness is the fact that they have to be both weak to fire type moves. So I guess run those on your team. I guess run those. What is it? I think the biggest Terra winner, it finally has coverage for fire types. Magearna has, oh yeah, Terra Water, like Terra Blast could be good. But yeah, like this is, yeah, you should always EV your Arceus to live Final Gambit. It's extremely important. Which, let's see, like how much would that take to live Final Gambit? Yeah, never run less than 217 HP on your Arceus, so 218 minimum, yeah. I was running max HP anyways, so. Yeah, isn't that stupid? Isn't that stupid? Anyways, yeah, that's A tier. It can do one thing, but it does it really good. It does it really, 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 really good. Marshadow, you're not in the game. Zeraora, I don't believe is in the game either. Zeraora, Marshadow. We're talking about how many mythicals were in Gen 7. That was crazy. Melmetal's not in the game. Zarude is in the game. Zarude is in the game. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Zarude is worse than Wo-Chen. I love Wo-Chen. I don't even hate Zarude. I like grass dark types. I'm a Brute Bonnet believer. This guy's not worth running. That's an F tier. Like, it's 105. You have Jungle Healing. You know who else has a move like Jungle Healing? It's called freaking Cresselia. Just run Cresselia. It doesn't take away your restricted slot. Let's go ahead and throw him like here. Okay. Next up is Pecharunt. I'm gonna put Pecharunt right here, at the bottom of D tier. And why is Pecharunt at the bottom of D tier? Because Pecharunt's interesting, but it's not good. Pecharunt is interesting but bad, and that's because Poison Puppeteer and Poison Gas. If you were to run Pecharunt, it would be on a pure stall team. Poison Puppeteer makes it so any Pokemon poisoned by Pecharunt gets confused, and that's about it. Pecharunt is absurdly bulky. It doesn't have access to Trick Room or anything, but it does have Recover, so it'd be like Poison Gas, Recover, Protect, and like Hex. Like, that's your moveset usually. Toxic Chain's also quite good. You could run Toxic Chain over Recover or Protect if you really wanted to. Is it not Toxic Chain? What's its move? Malignant Chain, my bad. Malignant Chain. It has a 50% chance to badly poison the target. This is a leftovers bot. Absolutely needs leftovers. It's just bad, but it's fun. It's bad, but fun. So yeah, that's my tier list. I might move Diancie here, and yeah, I think this is pretty accurate. I think this is pretty accurate. You would use Pecharunt on like Weezing Dondozo teams? Yeah, like that's like the main place you would put it, is like Dondozo. But it would only be worth it if it didn't take up the restricted slot. If these mons didn't take up restricted slots, then I don't know. Like it's so bad right now for them that they have to do that. But yeah, that is going to be it for the tier list. We're gonna go ahead and start building some teams. That tier list took an hour. That was an hour-long tier list. Okay. Like I said, let's start with Magearna. Also, we are 4 super chats away from chat choosing whichever Pokemon I am going to team build with. Also, I'm going to throw it out there, like, everyone on ladder is going to be using Magearna for the first couple of freaking days. I need an Arceus answer. I think that, man, how do you beat normal Arceus? I don't think it's going to be a lot of, like, non-normal Arceus. I think it's basically all normal Arceus. Like a ghost type, super important. Golden Ghost's pretty good into Arceus. Magearna's also good into Arceus too, but I would say that, like, unironically, Wo-Chen. No. Well, actually, yes, but no. I mean, Zamazenta is a phenomenal Arceus matchup, so I would say if I'm running Magearna and Calyrex and Annihilate. Farig for a hard Trick Room team. Yeah, I think Farig isn't bad. Farig isn't a bad choice. Iron Hands. Torkoal's bad. Torkoal's pretty bad. Because this is my Assault Vest Mon now. So my Assault Vest Mon... Farig without Electric Seat's kind of bad. It's Kind of annoying. Okay, I have an idea. How fast are you? 65. You're 60. Okay, I can do something kind of cool. I can do something kind of cool here. Let's safety goggles are for Rigoraph. Let's go with a Terra water set. I want Armor Tail, and I'm actually going to run Uproar. Because Uproar will allow me to wake up my Magearna, because I think Amoonguss is going to be huge in this format. And waking up your own Magearna is going to be super important. Yeah. Uproar will wake up Magearna. Trick Room. Helping Hand. And I don't think I want Protect. I think I probably just want, like, Psychic Noise. Yeah. With, like, a Bold Nature. Just hit, like, the bump. I don't know what I want to calc for. Actually, let me see if I can just find, like, a Farigiraf I've used recently. Farig. Iraf. This one's Electric Seed. They're almost all going to be Electric Seed is the issue with, like, the way that they're calced. Let's go with you. No, you are not calced. Okay, well, I don't have a Farigiraf to give. Let's just make sure it lives like Glacial Lance. Rig. What was that? Love the content, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, race car. Alright, for Rig. Let's go blank set. No. Rig with a blank set. 252. I just want to make sure we tank like +1 Glacial Lance or even +2. Alorx Ice. I don't even know if you can take +2. +2. Darkrai Wide Lens to plus Rilla to beat Miraidon. Yeah, I think that is necessary. If you run Darkrai, you do need Rillaboom. Let's put that in the team builder for later, because I actually have a really funny idea for Darkrai. Darkrai, Calyrex Shadow, and then Rillaboom. That's for later though. That's for later. All right, we are building this. Let me also do this. This is gonna annoy me. Beep. All right. You might think that's weird, but trust. It's totally optimal. Totally. Okay, I was trying to live Glacial Lance. So +2 Glacial Lance, we just die to that if we're not bold. And I think I was gonna run bold anyways. What's 252 let me do? Okay, we don't have to be 252, which is awesome. I want to make sure I take +2 Glacial Lance. 196. Give it like quiet, relaxed nature is what I want. Zero speed. And this is fine, yeah. I'm also tempted to just put Protect over Psychic Noise, but we'll see if that's necessary. I'll take my AV Iron Hand set from a previous team. All right. Come on. I have so many Showdown teams that lag so hard. Oh my god. I got an email from PetSmart and it lagged my computer. We have to upgrade this PC, guys. That's completely necessary at this point. So let me think. What's our last Pokemon gonna be? We have Magearna, Annihilate, Farigiraf, Iron Hands. I don't have a Wide Guard user, which is pretty bad. I don't know what my Wide Guard user would be though. Yeah, I don't have, there's not a lot of great Wide Guard users left. From like Pokemon I would even want to use. Ursaluna? Yeah, I think Ursaluna, you're right. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Ursaluna. Ursaluna is like the default Trick Room mon, and I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna use? Stupid. Alright, 0 speed. I don't care if my Iron Hands and Ursaluna are speed tying. Really. Like, it's gonna be rare I bring them both to a game, I think. Let's go with Flame Orb. Protect. Facade. Headlong Rush. Earthquake. Something I'm interested in looking into is some kind of healing for Magirna other than leftovers. So like a Sinistcha could be worth it, but that's for later. All right, log out, reconnect. Let me log into Moxie boosted. Might as well just use this account. All right. Reg J. Get these Terras right. You are going to be Terra. Terra Normal's not bad. Terra Fighting's not bad either. I think I want to be Terra Normal just in case I end up in a Calyrex endgame. You're going to be Terra Ghost. Terra Water. Terra Water. This could also be Terra Normal, realistically. Terra Fire. Actually, Terra Fire is really good because it lets me play into opposing Magirna. Yeah. All right, let's do this. How will this affect Wheezing players? Wheezing players are gonna be so good. Oh, dang it. We have to use base Magirna. That's actually really funny. That means that the event Magirna is suboptimal because you always know that it's like max speed IVs. That's Arceus Fairy. Are the Tapus back? Tapus are not mythicals, and yeah, no. Alright. Let me think. No, Trick Room is pretty bad, but Annihilate is just super good here. I outspeed Kyogre, so. Yeah, I think I do need a Wide Guard user. It could be worth throwing Lunala here over Calyrex Ice. But I think Calyrex Ice is broadly better. This can be Gravity Hypnosis. If it's Gravity Hypnosis, I have to try to Trick Room. You know what? I know they're going to Gravity Hypnosis, right? So I'm going to Protect in U-turn, and then I get Fake Out on Iron Hands next turn. Why would you Protect Gravity? Okay. Interesting. I don't know why they would Protect there. Protect got them nothing. Oh my god, they just one-shot me. Okay. I know I'm locked in, but I think I just keep trying to Trick Room Loki. Like, I know what's about to happen, but I have to keep trying to Trick Room. That was really unfortunate. I have no idea why they would Protect there. Yeah, I'm just going to get owned here. Unfortunate first game. There was not a reason to Protect that turn. Oh, look, we're facing a mirror. Maybe Vital Spirit to Protect Hypnosis. There's Vital Spirit's not useful, really. Not for this set. You'd rather just have Defiant. Into them. They just have a little bit more of an aggressive version of our team. Their version of it is they have like a Tailwind option, which isn't great. Yeah, because they can Tailwind and do the thing first. And doing the thing first is pretty bad for us. Can Farigiraf Trick Room? It's got 120 HP. Yeah, Farigiraf could Trick Room for us. That's actually pretty viable. Yeah, we'll use Farigiraf and we'll use Magirna here. And then Ursula Calyrex. Because there's not much stopping Farigiraf. As a matter of fact, I wish I had Calm Mind now, actually. I kind of wish I had Calm Mind. Let's just Flash Cannon, Trick Room. Armor Tail's like super solid here. Unless they want to, like, reverse the Trick Room. But I'll take a KO. Special defense drops pretty bad. Can't lie. I don't like that. Because they actually did a lot of damage with that. How'd they do so much? Are you specs? It shouldn't be doing that much. Let's go Ursaluna. Flash cannon. There's Sash. Okay, cool. Oh, I have no idea. We have some pretty bad luck today. We're having some pretty bad luck. I can't lie. Oh, okay. All right, buddy. Yeah, sure. Sure, man. Sure. Okay. All right, we get a KO there. Terrifier is good because we can one-shot with high horsepower. There's Ursaluna Blood Moon. I'm kind of forced to do this. I'm kind of forced just to target Magearna. I don't like that I have to, but I have to Helping Hand here and high horsepower. The Terra Ghosting anyways. As long as I get this KO, I'm happy. Because I think that I think that we can live one. Like we're Calyrex, man. Yeah, you know, we're Calyrex, bro. We're Calyrex, man. Don't mess with me. I'm Calyrex, bro. Although I do think that we just get gooped here. I do think we just get gooped. Helping Hand, Glacial Lance. See if they protect. No, they're just gonna win the speed tie. All right. We're getting some pretty bad luck. I'm 0 speed, right? So that was a speed tie. Yeah, I just lost the speed tie. I didn't think I could lose that speed tie because they have Tailwind, so you would figure they wouldn't be 0 speed. Is the title bot Mythicals being legal in VGC? Yeah. That was pretty unfortunate. Yeah, and like I said, like literally everyone's gonna be running this initially. Into this. Ferrograph's still super good. So is Terra Water Magearna. Calyrex, Ursaluna. That was unfortunate. That was a pretty rough game. Let's go to Oomphy. No, we're just playing Reg J. Okay, so I'm actually gonna Trick Room with you. I'm gonna Trick Room and Dazzling Gleam. Because they're probably just gonna put Magearna to sleep anyways. Yeah, and then I can Uproar next turn and take a KO on Calyrex. Uproar. Let's take this KO. Or at least try. Ow. Not quite. I'll protect. I guess I should be concerned about Torkoal. That doesn't hit both opponents. Honestly, once I KO Calyrex, we're in a pretty good spot. I'm gonna Terra Water. KO you, actually. Alright, I'm at +2. Ursaluna should hypothetically be slower. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so they're slower than me. I need to go Ursaluna here, and then I need to protect with both of my Pokemon, because they're going to go Torkoal. So I protect. And then next turn I have a KO against Calyrex. The issue is if they decide to go into, like, their Annihilate, but their Calyrex should be slower than my Magearna. So that means I get Headlong Rush, and that should be Flash Cannon range. Yeah, and I just win now. All right, nice. First win. It only took 3 games. This stream is how I found out Arceus is a mythical. I always just assumed it was a restricted. That sucked. Arceus, it does not suck. It's Arceus. Dude, everyone on ladder is running this team. Everyone on ladder is right. It's going to be the most popular team at the bottom of ladder, but it's probably going to be pretty uncommon at the top. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say about this team. Literally everybody. Also, there's just a carbon copy of my team. Like, I think, is this a viewer? Is this a viewer, or is this just someone who realized that this is probably the 6 as well? You could probably make a case to putting like Ogerpon Hearthflame on this team, to be honest. Ogerpon Hearthflame is probably really good. Is Act 6 very sus? Not when it's this. Not when this is your 6. Like, this is the logical 6 for this team. If we see an uproar, then yeah, that's my team. Actually, wait, no, this is definitely just a viewer because it's 1-to-1. Yeah, no, it's a complete mirror. Yeah, this is just someone watching the stream. All right, screw it. I don't care, man. I'm a freak. Let's just do the freak mode. Let's go freak mode on them. What an interesting lead we have. What an interesting lead. 2 Mons that cannot final gambit each other. But no reason not to try. All right. You feeling lucky, punk? You feeling lucky? Well, are ya? Make my day, punk. Unironically, like, I just go for the double. I just go for the double. All right. All right, there's Magearna. Check this out. Bada bing, bada boom. It's that easy. It's that easy. Time to win the 3-way speed tie. 4-way, in fact. Ursaluna, you're gonna win the 4-way speed tie, right, buddy? Right, buddy? You're gonna win the 4-way speed tie? Terrafire. Okay, good game. No way he doubled up. All right, there we go. Thank you. Good game. High horsepower facade. The 49ers! Yeah, they're all 49 speed. All right, GG's to the viewer. Game Freak make a unique speed tier and challenge impossible? Yeah. Okay. I won't act like I don't know what this is, but I will say I don't know why you don't have a 6th Pokemon. Whether it's a Groudon team, just put a Chi-Yu or something. That's just, like, irresponsible at that point. So Scarf Ape is our best friend here. And Calyrex and Farigiraf. Final game at Trick Room. Let's see if he's Scarf. He still has a chance to miss is the thing. He does have a chance to miss. If he's like Scarf Darkrai, then, you know, but even Sash Darkrai could be kind of bad. All right, it is Scarf. He does land both. I still just go for the Trick Room. I just Final game at Trick Room still. Because like he doesn't deal a lot of damage to anything on the field. And I have a shot to wake up. Also, it's stuck clicking the same move. Like, it's not going to get much done. Like, when you lead off with Darkrai and Sableye... Scarf Darkrai and Sableye, it's too passive of a lead. You get nothing done. Yeah, you're stuck clicking this move. Check this out. Check this out. Watch, I'm going to wake up with both these Pokemon. You're going to feel real dumb in a second. Check this out. Alright, I did not wake up with both those Pokemon, and you did not feel very dumb. I'm not gonna face viewers. Hop on the ladder. Hop on the ladder if you want to play. Could Trick Room with this. Terra Water Protect. That's not bad. My odds of living with Magearna are better than anything else, though. But then again, Farigiraf... No, I just Trick Room with Farigiraf and Terra Water. Okay, cool. Alright, so at the very least, Magearna's guaranteed to get a Trick Room off next turn, so... I'm just gonna Uproar to make sure they can't put me back to sleep. Alright. Let's, They can't keep me asleep now. I guess I Flash Cannon Groudon. Yeah, now I get Calyrex in. Glacial Lance. There's no more gravity, which is nice, but I might lose this. Uproar's crazy tech, yeah. Alright, there it is. I figured they'd be Terrifier, but, you know, there's not really anything to do after that. This one is interesting. I guess they're just not using Mythicals, and honestly, that's like fair to not use Mythicals, but I don't know why you would run this team in particular. Let's see if we can just do the thing now. Yeah, the thing ain't looking half bad. Let's just do the thing. Into this, I think it's Iron Hands over Ursaluna every time. Flash Cannon U-turn. Get in the Iron Hands. See if they try to reverse my Trick Room. Missed the Meteor Beam in the Iron Hands. Ooh, they're gonna give me the Trick Room. Oh, I bet you feel real dumb right now. I bet you feel real dumb right now. Alright, I do get Flash Cannon and Wild Charge here. Wild Charge or KO. Flash Cannon will do a decent amount with that boost. Special defense drop's awesome. Moonblast won't KO me. There's the Cali Ice. Lunala's the most threatening thing in the field right now. Let's just double into it. And they're probably not going to protect anyways, so... Alright, that's fine. Give me the Lunala. Look at this. This mon's stupid. This mon's stupid. Look at this. You tell me that I just got rewarded for losing a Pokemon? Okay. Cool. Yeah, sure, man. They do have Fake Out Pressure, which I don't like, but I can win off a Final Gambit if I keep a Pokemon alive. So what I think I do here is I double protect this turn. Let the Trick Room run out, and whichever Pokemon they decide to get rid of, I just accept that. I go for the Dazzling Gleam, and I High Horsepower, and then I can win off a Final Gambit next turn. Wild Charge, they're going to take that KO. I get my High Horsepower, though. Calyrex is in range of Final Gambit. Final Gambit U, High Horsepower U. I can actually just Glacial Lance, in fact. Final Gambit U, Glacial Lance U. Good game. GG's. I think Darkrai will be usable if with Gravity you should run Bronzong. Or, I think Darkrai will be usable if you, with Gravity, you should run Gravity Bronzong. Jack, I'm going to ask you to try again. I'm just going to ask you to try again. I don't know what you're trying to tell me there. Of out hot, eat the food. You know, let me pull that up. Let me pull that. It's of out hot, eat the food. That's what we're talking about here. Give me a second. Give me a sec. I'm pulling this up. I need you to see what I think my stuff's dying. I think my stream's dying. My stream's totally dying. Why is it all frozen? Oh no. Here it is. Okay, it's back. Okay. Okay, here we go. I did not like loading this. Oh, that is loud. Wow, my computer's having a very bad time today. You know, we'll talk about hot, eat the food later. Okay, never mind, we're good. All right, here it is, here it is, here it is. You just hit me with this. Why do they call it an oven when you in the cold food of out hot, eat the food? That's what you just hit me with. All right. Into this. Yeah, Annihilate's still super good. So is Magearna, like there's just no reason not to. Calyrex. Also they're going for sleep stuff. I can go Ursaluna or I can go for Rigoraph. Iron Hand's probably the best though. Final Gambit the Muck, go for the Trick Room. I don't care if you follow me. I don't care if you fake out on clicking Dazzling Gleam next turn. Yes, sir. Don't you just run Gravity CSR? Yeah, you run Gravity CSR. Good grammar, trust. You should run Skill Swap Gravity Bronzong with Darkrai and Groudon. Gotcha. Glacial Lance, Flash Cannon. Doesn't matter what I hit, I'm gonna hit something. Probably not very hard though. Oh, that's like a 2-hit KO. Yeah, we're fine. A Horsepower, Flash Cannon. Cool. So here's the thing, Muck can't touch Magearna. They probably have Psych Up on 2 of these Pokemon, so I would hazard to guess it's Psych Up on Terapagos, but I'm gonna underspeed it. Let's go ahead and just go for Glacial Lance and Dazzling Gleam. There's no reason not to just throw those out. Let's see if the Dazzling Gleam connects. Looks like it did. Not quite a KO. They minimize again. Glacial Lance, Dazzling Gleam. No reason not to. I have a chance to connect with both of them. I got a KO with both of them. Yep, they just forfeit. Nice. Okay. Not bad. This one is interesting. There's no restricted. There's no restricted. There is a other Pokemon here. There is a Arceus. I don't know what to do about that. Do you want to HP check them? Vigor check. That's the thing in Dark Souls, the vigor check, or they do it in Elden Ring, I guess, in particular. I really don't see a reason not to just do this. Yeah, DNC gets one shot. Could be Terra Ghost. Really doubt it, though. Oh, they are Terra Ghost. Cool. I still just get this off, don't I? Diamond Storm didn't do too much. Dazzling Gleam's like still a chunk. I could go for Rig. And that makes it pretty easy to Trick Room next turn. Because the taunt was on the Chien-Pao. If they do hit the Chien-Pao, I still have Scarf though. Like, I mean, Scarf's like Scarf's pretty solid. Whoa. Diamond Storm doesn't do too much. You get a defense boost. And they have to choose one. Could Terra Water, Trick Room, Dazzling Gleam. Short Chop, Live. Not quite a KO, so this Diamond Storm will KO me. But I am in a pretty solid spot, all things considered. Yeah, because I can just go Calyrex here. There's Incineroar. I actually don't even really want to do the thing, do I? I think I high horsepower here, and I think I might just get into a position where Scarf Annihilate wins, because close combat's pretty good. They burn their Terra. Yeah, I think I just double attack. And then I get into the Scarf Annihilate endgame. Judgment doesn't hurt too bad. Close combat you, Glacial Lance again. I don't think close combat KOs, but it'll come close, and Judgment doesn't do too much. I have no idea where they're running Judgment. I guess they're probably like Terra Ghost Judgment, if I had to guess. Yep. I can tell this person's probably not going to be happy about that. Okay, good. They're a good sport because they opened up with a lot of This is usually sarcasm. That's usually sarcasm when you see a team like this. That's usually sarcasm. Anyways, let's switch teams. Let's switch teams. What was our record with that team? We haven't played Reg J yet, so we can actually check the record. With that team, we went 5-3, not terrible. Got some pretty rough luck in the first two. Yeah, I have no idea where they're running Judgment, but let's try this. I don't expect this to be super good, but it should be interesting. We're gonna do Sash on the Darkrai. We're gonna do Scarf on the... Sorry, we're gonna do Sash on the Calyrex, Scarf on the Darkrai. And we're gonna run Modest. And I'm gonna hit max speed Calyrex. We're gonna do Protect, Astral Barrage, Gravity, and Psychic. This one is going to be Icy Wind. No, do I really want Icy Wind? I don't know. Anyways, it's gonna be Dark Void as the first move. Dark Void is the first move. I had this down somewhere. I have the specific set. How fast do you have to be? Oh, I lost it. Anyways, all right, let's see. So if Calyrex is 222 speed, we need 221 divided by 1.5. So 221 divided by 1.5 is 147. So just 2 speed. 147 times 1.5. 220.5. Yeah. We want that, because if we were 148, it'd be too fast. That'd be 222. Yeah. Let's max out that special attack and just give it a lot of bulk. Why not? Terra Ghost. Actually, what I would like to do is make sure I live Choice Band E-Speed on this Darkrai. Do +1 paranormal extreme speed. Darkrai. Why is this doing no damage? Why is it saying it does no damage? Hello? Oh, Psychic Terrain's up. There we go. All right. So, if we are 244 HP, that's not enough to live. So, I'm going to decrease the special attack and we're going to go 252 HP. I'm just going to make sure we live this. $36. I know that there's probably going to be a Chen Pao, but I don't care. Dark Void. Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb. Yeah, Icy Wind. And I'm gonna go Terra Ghost on you as well, just for the extra damage. Tailwind seems like a good idea. We're gonna do AV Rillaboom, Adamant Nature. Probably like 108 attack, max HP, some speed. There we go. Terra Water doesn't seem bad. Fake Out, U-Turn. Woodhammer, Grassy Glide. I am gonna say that Farigiraf's probably gonna be the #1 Pokemon in this format, low-key. It's just gonna be super good. Chi-Yu is gonna be good here. I guess my Sash and my Scarf are taken. Maybe we don't do Chi-Yu. Whimsicott. Covert Cloak, yeah. Covert Cloak, Terra Water. Terra Steel could also be good. Tailwind, Encore, Light Screen, Moonblast. We're pretty Chi-Yu weak, so an Urshifu here would be appreciated. Can't Scarf it. Can't Sash it. Pretty unfortunate. Just Mystic Water for now. I think at the bottom of the ladder, a lot of people are going to forget that Urshifu's just broken. And if that's the case, let's do Tornadoes. Just so we can have Rain Dance. I'll just steal another Torn. Protect. We have Taunt on you. So Protect, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aqua Jet. Terra Water. Rillaboom with Overgrow? Oh, thank you for pointing that out. And let me think. So I guess we could just put Incineroar here, to be honest. Like, Incineroar is like the safest option, but I kind of want to get something that eases some matchups. We already have... Oh, wait, Indeedee. Yeah, I would want Indeedee. Maybe I drop the Rillaboom then. So I can go Astral Barrage or Expanding Force. Let's drop that for Indeedee. Let's drop Rillaboom for Indeedee. And if that's the case, we're gonna move Taunt off of Torn and onto Urshifu. Safety Goggles, Psychic Surge, Terra Water, Protect, Trick Room, Helping Hand, Follow Me. Let's get rid of Protect. Psychic. Or the Bold Nature. Actually Relaxed. And this lets me put Amoonguss on the team now. And for Amoonguss, we'll do a... Do I want to do Rocky Helmet? I don't know. Go with a Bold Nature. All right, Relaxed. Terra Water. Protect, Rage Powder. Pollen Puff. Spore. Maybe Incineroar is a little bit better than Amoonguss. Who knows? But I think this should be useful. Rocky Helmet ain't bad. I guess the Citrus Berry's open. Let's do Citrus Berry. All right. Let's try this. I actually don't think this one's going to go so... I don't think it's going to go super well. I don't think it's going to go super well, but it should be interesting just to try it out as like a gimmick. Let me also name these. Scarf Darkrai, and then this one is going to be standard Magearna TR. Let's try it out. Make sure I put Regenerator on that thing. Yeah, this should work. This should work. Cool. Indeedee's quite good here. And I think we just go Urshifu, yeah. I don't get bad dreams is the worst part, but should still be interesting. Actually, you know what I should do? I should go Terra Normal on my Calyrex. Makes it more consistent to opposing Calyrex. Oh my god, it's Specs. Well, good game. Good game, buddy. It was Specs. Cool. Awesome. I love that. That's so fun. All right. I love that. They're going to set gravity up for me, but I need to do it first is the issue. They were Specs Ball and Buff, and I died. Also, this is going to be a little bit unfortunate because in this situation, if they're also Scarf Darkrai, they will go first. So let's just see if they're not. And maybe I go first. Interesting. So they're not... Maybe they are Scarf? I don't know. I have no idea what this is. I like how... Can we talk about how when I was using Magearna, we only faced Magearna, and now that I'm using Darkrai, we're facing Darkrai? That's just funny, right? Like, that's interesting. All right, Darkrai, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Darkrai. Wake up. I'm actually low-key willing to go into Calyrex now. Call me crazy, but I'm willing to go into Calyrex. Haha, okay. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, it'll end any second now. Any second now, they'll stop landing gravities. Oh my god, they actually missed. Wait, they actually missed. That's so funny. All right, Urshifu, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Urshifu. All right, that's unfortunate. I think we're getting owned. Go Gadget, Scarf Darkrai. I have to win through the power of just getting all of the bad dreams. Getting every bad dream proc. That's how I win. Go! Yeah, okay, we're done. We're done. Only people watching the stream are on ladder. That's not true. I am kind of getting counter team though. I'm willing to play this one freaky mode. I'm willing to play this one freaky mode. For laughs. I get the feeling I'm never gonna find a matchup where I get to do the funny. I'm just beginning to get that vibe. But maybe this is the one. Maybe I just get the double proc, you know? Cool. Cool. Epic. Can't switch in Calyrex. Yup. Yup. Check this out. This time we land it. Yup. Yup. Let's get out of there. All right. Okay, this one I could see it maybe happening. Except there's a tailwind now. Can't exactly gravity from this position. Nope. No, sir. Cannot do that. I have to match the tailwind. I only need to land it on Magearna. I only need to land it on Magearna. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you, finally. Finally, yes. Thank you, game. Nice snarl miss, epic. Lay epic snarl miss. Do I gravity here just to lock them down? I think I gravity just to lock them down. Yeah, because I can do it again. I can Astral Barrage, I can Dark Void. And if they want to go into Tornadoes, they're not going to have a good time, so. Magearna doesn't get to play the game. Let's Astral Barrage and go into my own Tornadoes preemptively. Up to +1. Wo-Chen, stay asleep. Thank you. Now I get Tailwind to Astral. Send them to Astral World. The evil and intimidating snail. True. And a Palm Puff, Water Spout. That's fine, because I got Indeedee. This is so not fine, by the way. I have to land every single attack forever. I might be able to win this. Just barely. There's still a turn of gravity if they let the Kyogre go. Yeah, they let Kyogre go to sleep. And now I have to land this on Wo-Chen to win. Nice. Oh, you're kidding. It woke up? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. There's still a shot. A very poor one, but a shot. Yeah, okay, good game. This mon's so bad. It's so bad! It's so bad. Let's do like 2 more, and then I give up on this Darkrai set in particular. TSPMO, the Pokemon. It is. That is the Pokemon. The worst part is that we're at bottom of ladder, so it's mostly just other really bad Darkrai teams. I'm genuinely dumbfounded that, like, when I was playing Magearna, it was all Magearna matches, and now that I'm playing Darkrai, it's all Darkrai matches. Like, okay, cool. They have no speed control or anything, so I actually should be able to do the funny gimmick here. I actually should be able to do the funny gimmick, is the funny part. Let's bring Tornadus. Actually, I should bring Urshifu, so... yeah. Look, unless they're also Scarf, this is free. Unless this is also Scarf Darkrai, this is free. Actually, I'm really scared it is Scarf Darkrai, so I'm gonna Terra. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Because now I get to take him to Suplex City. Unfortunate. Unfortunate doesn't even... yeah, okay. Unfortunate doesn't even begin to describe my set. All right, one more. Look, we got it. We got one. We got one. There's a reason that move is only good on Smeargle. It's because Smeargle could actually click it. Also because Smeargle was the only one legal with it. But that's besides the point. No Tailwind, nothing. Let's do the funny, and we'll get out of here, and we'll use a different Pokemon. This is interesting. They chose to use these two Pokemon, which are not good, and there's also there's no Psychic Terrain. This is certainly just my 6 favorite Pokemon on the field right now. This is certainly just my 6 favorite Pokemon.png. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you leave a like. Helps me out quite a bit. How many likes do we have on the stream right now? Let's check it out. Ahaha, we have freaking some amount of likes. Analytics. We have 112 likes. We have 224 viewers. Let's get to 200 likes. Guys, can we get to 200 likes? This is Ali A. Ali A here with more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 zombies. Is it one restricted, one mythical? It's you can have it's mythicals are part of the restricted pool is the best way to put it. Mythicals are just part of the restricted pool. Yeah, they forfeit. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this particular Darkrai team sucks, but feel free to try it. It's certainly a team. It's certainly a team. I'm not sure what other mythical I want to take a look at. I guess we can do... we haven't done Arceus. We haven't done Arceus. Let's do Arceus. All right. If I had to guess Arceus's best partner, it is Calyrex Shadow. It is Calyrex Shadow. Let's do Adamant, max HP. Let's hit that bump. And we're going to go 152. Dish. Nice. We're going to go with a Clear Amulet. Terra Normal, Swords Dance. Extreme Speed. Protect. Shadow Claw. I'm going to want a Clefairy on this team, to be honest. I think Clefairy is actually really good. Next to Arceus. Friend Guard next to Arceus? Yes, please. Let's go Eviolite. Let's go Terra Water. Follow Me. Icy Wind. Helping Hand. Protect. Bold Nature. Let's go Wheezing. And the reason we go Wheezing on Arceus is so we can turn off Armor Tail. I want to be able to turn off Armor Tail. Shenpao. Maybe I do go with Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh lets me beat Zamazenta easier. Let's go Ho-Oh. I don't think Ho-Oh's bad here. Rillaboom, Chen Pao. Full physical attacker team, not bad. Grassy Surge. Fake Out, U-Turn. Wood Hammer, Grassy Glide. Adamant Nature. 108. Hit like... Let's beat some Lunalas, let's do that. 120. Citrus Berry, Neutralizing Gas. Protect, what do I want? I want Protect, I want Will-O-Wisp, I want Taunt, and I want Sludge Bomb. And I'm going to steal one of my friend's sets that he sent to me the other day. That's Gunk Shot. Was a Impish Nature. Terra Water. Go with Sash, Terra Ghost, Chen Pao. Protect, Sucker Punch, Throat Chop, Icicle Crash, Jolly Nature. I like Safety Goggles on Ho-Oh. Tailwind, Sacred Fire, Brave Bird, Protect. Adamant Nature, let's go like 113 speed. 187 is probably enough. Max out that HP, give it some physical defense, and yep. And this doesn't seem that bad. Let's try this. All right. Let's see. Oh, did I go Impish Nature on Wheezing? It's supposed to be Bold. It's not like it's going to matter too much, but yeah, Bold. All right. Okay. Also, this song's so long, bro. That song was so long. Listen to Ridley. All right. It's so fun. Dude, it's insane how I'm getting counter-teamed. I know for a fact that's going to be Propeller Tail. I know for a fact that dude's Propeller Tail. Come on. Okay. I think Rillaboom, Chenstiffer is good. I know you're Propeller Tail. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, you're not Propeller Tail. I should have done the thing. Now we have to play Where's the Sash? I hate playing Where's the Sash. Actually, I don't need to play Where's the Sash. Let's just do this. Actually, why'd I do that? That was so stupid. That was so stupid. I forgot. I literally protected in front of an Urshifu. Everyone point and laugh. Oh, yeah, Moxie booster protected in front of an Urshifu. Shut up. Jeez, that did a lot. Manaphy. Actually, we might be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Moxie booster protecting in front of an Urshifu. Point and laugh. Snom loves Zygarde. You seem to be extremely unfamiliar with doubles. Clefairy has always been better than Clefable in doubles because of Friend Guard. It doesn't matter that Clefable has Unaware. Friend Guard is extremely valuable in doubles because you're literally just taking reduced damage on every Pokemon on the field, on your side of the field with Clefairy active. Like, you get to not only keep the Follow Me and the Helping Hand and the Icy Wind. With Eviolite, you're roughly as bulky as a Clefable anyways, and then you also just take reduced damage. It's an extremely good Pokemon in doubles. Like, historically, too. Like, basically no one has ever run Clefable. It's always been Clefairy. Alright. Yeah, besides, it was only Reg H where Clefable was better, and that was just because of Archaludon, and that was it. And even then, Clefairy still saw usage. Ho is, like, super good here. Okay, buddy. Nice burn. Here's their Tailwind. I'm going to match it. One shot. Nice. Here's the Arceus. Let's just Brave Bird and Will-O-Wisp. Oh, I should be able to eat whatever. And I always get the burn here. There's Terrifier. That's fine. Brave Bird's still going to do a lot. Don't quite live, but should be fine. This is KO. Nice. Can't Follow Me away that hit, but still get Clefairy here. Sacred Fire. Might just be able to tank, but I should Icy Wind. Yeah, Protect Icy Wind's the play. Because they act like I was gonna follow me anyways. Alright, Sacred Fire into you, try to burn you. Actually, I should really just take out Chien-Pao. I get the KO. I don't KO Arceus if I do this. Go for the Follow Me. Don't live. Oh, might have gotten goobed. Might have gotten goobed. Protect, see what they want to do. I mean, I should be faster than their Arceus is the thing. And I do have Terra Normal. How much you guys think this does? If I crit, I just get the KO, don't I? Nope. Yeah, good game. All right. Is this format coming to the main game as well? Yes. That the only reason that this is on Showdown is because it's coming in the main game in August or in September. So basically in September, this is going to be the ladder, but in IRL tournaments are going to be Regulation H. That's basically what's going on. Weezing's actually really good into this. Yeah, I really like Weezing here. Have to be careful with Urshifu. But I should be able to burn, and then we're good. And then I bring you, and then I bring you. Yeah, let's taunt Swords Dance. Arceus eats. Then I get Terra Normal stuff. Yeah, that like didn't even do that much to Arceus. Turn on what E-speed. Actually, I should probably just Sludge Bomb if I'm doing this, right? Because that'll just KO. I like to believe it would. Not quite. I should have just burned it. I'm stupid. All right. Honestly, you know what I might do here? I might drop Helping Hand for Life Dew. Yeah, I should have just burned it. That was stupid. I don't know why I thought that would KO. Nice. Might be able to win this with Ho-Oh. There's a Moongus. Let's go for Sacred Fire. That's a guaranteed KO here. Actually, I just Brave Bird since I'm safety goggles. Brave Bird would do it. Might as well just E-speed you. Who cares? Nice. Yeah, now I just win because Ho-Oh. Like Ho-Oh's super good to Magearna. Ho-Oh's actually like unironically a good Pokemon in this format. That's crazy to think about. Just that Ho-Oh is actually going to be good. Protect here. Yo, good game, Chalk Pretzel. Wait, did they not pay attention last turn? Did they Terra yet? I don't think they Terra'd yet. Let's just do this. Let's go for the double protect. It's gonna matter. Oh, they're Terra Steel? Okay, we're fine. Yeah, Ho-Oh's super good in this format, isn't it? Yeah, Ho-Oh is moving up from Potential Mon. It's actually just solid. Ooh, dual restricted, or dual weather. Unfortunately for you, Wheezing. My apologies, but Wheezing. I don't even bring my restricted here. I think I just go Arceus. Ho is like not incredible anyways. We'll bring Chien-Pao. Yeah. Let's go for the Protect and a Sludge Bomb. You're gonna fake me out anyways. They try to burn me. It's a little bit unfortunate. I can taunt this thing. Groundhog could be an issue though. Let's go Rillaboom and taunt this Incineroar. Eruption. Okay, buddy. Sure thing, man. Special Groudon. Haven't seen that in a really long time. Let's go for Fake Out and... honestly... Fake Out, go Arceus isn't bad. That hurt quite a bit. Lost my clear amulet. Let's go Chen Pao, Terra Normal, E-Speed for as much damage as I can before I have to eat that stupid hit. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am fairly certain that they are just going to attack this turn. And if I did it next turn, I wouldn't get much damage off. Flamethrower? Okay, buddy. And they burn me. Come on, man. All right. That's pretty bad. Can't lie. Let's Ice Skull Crash here. E-Speed you. Because you're probably going to protect this anyways. I just want to make sure I get this damage off. Actually, if that's the case, I should protect and E-Speed. Because, like, there's just going to be Kyogre, you know. Like, really? You burn me, man? That's so BM. That's so rude. That's actually so rude. I have to keep Rillaboom around here. Let's go for the Ice Skull Crash. That should KO Groudon from this range. I'm surprised they didn't Terra. And I'll Sludge Bomb you. Hopefully we get a poison, and then maybe I can take out Kyogre with Rillaboom. This is an interesting one. Alright, get that KO. Hopefully they don't burn me. With Flare Blitz, they knock off. Interesting choice. Certainly an interesting choice. And Kyogre... Oh, that's Urshifu Rapid Strike? Really? Wait, Urshifu Rapid Strike? Alright, let's protect him Will-O-Wisp. They can't stop this. They can't hit me. Because, you know, wheezing. And I think we're good. I think we might be able to do this. Alright, lose our Citrus Berry. Let's go ahead and focus the Incineroar. Throat Chop, Sludge Bomb. Nice poison. As they will... Do you have Flare... You don't have Flare Blitz. Okay. Okay. You don't have Flare Blitz. Cool. Interesting. This is certainly one of the games of all time that I've played. One of the games of all time. All right. They're taking away my abilities, but I do better into this matchup than they do, low-key. So, yeah, I actually really like Tailwind here. Let's lead off Arceus, Ho-Oh. I don't really see a need to turn off their abilities. They're going to be doing it for me most of this game. Clefairy, Chemhouse, good. Have to protect Tailwind. Astral Bra shouldn't do too much. Try to Spore me. Let's go for Shadow Claw and Sacred Fire, because I actually don't think they're going to protect here. Yeah. Nice. Alright, Arceus goes to bed, but, like, we're in a really good spot. Like, this whole team hates Ho-Oh, dude. Oh my god, I'm Terrifier. Dragon. I didn't realize I was Terrifier. That's actually kind of bad if I'm Terrifier. Ooh, I don't like that. I do get Brave Bird here, which isn't bad. I can go Clefairy. Brave Bird. Yeah, they're not Sash. We're fine. I'll go for the Life Dew and a Sacred Fire. And just burning the Arceus is the win con here. They were normal gem. Bro was normal gem. Okay. Not enough, buddy. No burn. I'm gonna Pollen Puff. Come on, wake up, Clefairy. Wake up, Clefairy. You got this. You got this. I just gotta burn you once, man. I just gotta burn you once. And we win. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I just... That's Icy Wind here. Sacred Fire, who cares? Terragos Icicle Crash should be good. Alright, cool, we win. Waterfall, okay. I don't know why you'd want... I don't know why you would run Waterfall on this thing, but sure. Cool, good game. How many games have we gotten with this? Like, how long have we been using Arceus? I think we've been using Arceus for only about 20 minutes. Let's get like 2 more games. Arceusization, okay. Yeah, this is like Weezing's. This is Weezing's game, like through and through. That's what kind of Arceus is that? Dragon? Okay, yeah, Weezing. Weezing, Ho-Oh, Arceus, Chien-Pao. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Snob loves Zygarde. This is not Smogon. Smogon tiering does not apply to VGC. They're 2 separate things. Like, Smogon is singles. VGC is doubles. So that's like one of the differences. So like, if you go to Smogon.com, right? If you go to like Clefable Smogon, right? Scarlet Violet, like, yeah, Clefable on Smogon, it's going to be OU, right? That makes sense. Because it's Clefable. But, oh, this is going to freeze my computer. I got to upgrade this PC so bad, guys. It's so dire. We go to Clefairy. It actually acknowledges Regulation G. This is a VGC format. As you can see, like, you go to Clefairy, there's a VGC moveset. But if you go to Clefable, there is no VGC moveset. And that's because Clefairy is better than Clefable in VGC. It's simple as that. Sludge Bomb. Should I Tailwind or Sacred Fire first? I think I'm gonna Sacred Fire. I'd like to burn you. Earthquake, cool. Interesting play. Get burned. No burn, kind of unlucky. I've thrown out 3 of these so far and I haven't burned anything. Also, I just realized I'm pressure. I should be Regenerator. That's stupid. That was stupid of me. There's Zacian Crowned. Let's go ahead and Protect and Tailwind. No, I should Sacred Fire again. What about ground types being rare in VGC though? Why exactly is that the case? The reason ground types are rare in VGC is because a lot of the ground types in the game, if they want to have any kind of viability, they need to be able to outspeed Urshifu Rapid Strike, or at the very least have a team where they actually don't mind that Urshifu Rapid Strike's going to move first. So for example, basically the best ground types in the game currently are Landorus Therian, which is on not a lot of teams, or not Landorus Therian, Landorus Incarnate. Landorus Therian actually isn't very common in VGC at the moment, but Landorus Incarnate is pretty solid, and it is faster than Urshifu Rapid Strike, and if it's not, it'll run like a Choice Scarf set, where he's just gonna protect, isn't he? Where freaking let's Sludge Bomb and Brave Bird. Where what's his name? Urshifu, not Urshifu. Whatever his name. Why can't I remember his name? Stupid freaking let's Swords Dance. Arceus, you can eat this, right? Sorry, I'm like in the middle of something. Shadow Claw, Terra, Icicle Crash, where Ursaluna can operate under Trick Room super easily, and that's why it doesn't actually care. Let's do Shadow Claw and Icicle Crash. So yeah, those are like the only two ground types you'll ever see in VGC at the moment, because Groudon isn't very good. This might do it. No, not even close. How do I win this? Let's protect. I don't think E-Speed does 14%, but if I'm lucky, it will. If I'm lucky, E-Speed will do enough. They should protect, right? They're not going to protect. All right. Well, E-Speed here. And I need their last Mon to be Incineroar if I want to win. If E-Speed KOs and their last Mon's Incineroar, I just win. All right. Come on, be Incineroar. God, it still does so much. Don't be Urshifu. Chien-Pao. Freaking Chien-Stiffer. I hate you, Chien-Stiffer. Let me think. Two E-Speeds KOs Chien-Pao, but Chien-Pao can just Icicle Crash into me. I need them to not protect here, so that way they protect next turn. They should always double attack here, is a thing, right? If a if a ground type or like a fire type can't outspeed Urshifu Rapid Strike, or has a team that allows for it to more easily outspeed Urshifu Rapid Strike, then it isn't going to be super viable, is what I'm saying. Or if they're going to Ruination me, I actually just hit the Chien-Pao. Protect. They completely threw. You just attack there. You don't do that. Protect on their protect. Maybe their Scarf? Arceus should drop in 2 turns. They're trying to Sucker Punch me. Okay, I always E-Speed Chien-Pao here and I win, because Arceus won't be able to KO me, Chien-Pao won't be able to KO me. I'm fine, yeah. I just attack the Chien-Pao here, and I win. Unless I, like, get a super low roll. Nice. Alright, GG, well played. That was a close game. That was a if I landed that Will-O-Wisp, it would have been a lot easier, but it is what it is. Let's do one more and then we'll end the stream. Make sure you leave a like on the stream, guys. We got 147. Let's shoot for 200. All right. I think that Ho-Oh is super good here. Like, very good. But it needs wheezing. Needs wheezing is the thing. Arceus could be good. But I need to get this lead right. Have to get the lead right if I want to do that. Let's do wheezing, Ho-Oh, Arceus. Clefairy's not bad, but Rillaboom might be better. We'll do Chien-Pao. I'm a freak. I'm on freak mode. I'm on freak mode. They want a Trick Room. That actually helps me. Solid damage. A Trick Room. I Terra Water. I go for the Sludge Bomb. I also go for the Sacred Fire. They won't be able to do too much damage to me. Thank you so much for the 4 months, Secret. Appreciate you. Hoggers. Sludge Bomb. Brave Bird. Eruption shouldn't do too much. Oh, they crit me. Cool. I'm gonna get my berry though. And here's the fun part. Ursaluna, not in a good position. Not in a good position at all. All right, there's Magearna. I'm actually super, super willing to double protect here just to see what they want to do. I don't think Wheezing denies Magearna its Soul Heart boost. Yeah. Aura Sphere, interesting. Okay, if you want to do that, I should be good to do this now. Arceus always beats Calyrex. Let's go for Sludge Bomb onto you, and I'm gonna Sacred Fire you. Because I want to break Sash. I get a poison too, that's awesome. Sacred Fire, just one-shots. And they already burned Terra, so I just lock them down with Chien-Pao. I go for Sucker Punch here, I go for Tailwind. And then I go for Throat Chop and I win. No need for Arceus. No Arceus required. Good game, well played. All right, that was a pretty good stream. I think we actually did like really solid in all those matches. There were a couple of like losing streaks, but by the end of it, what's our ranking on Reg J? Yeah, 1200. We went 13-8. We're messing around with a lot of different archetypes, so it's not terrible. Anyways, if you guys are watching on YouTube, I am going to call it there. If you're watching on Twitch, and if you are just getting here on YouTube, do me a favor. I know a lot of you guys on YouTube actually aren't subscribed to my second channel called Moxie Boosted's Gym, right? It's where I upload a lot of the VODs from these. So if you missed this stream and you want to watch like some content on my second channel, including the tier list that we recorded today, you can check it out here. I'd really appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to call the stream. I will see you guys later. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to raid one of our friends.